My name is Diana Gerard. I'm originally from Damascus, Syria, and I'm here seeking $150,000 in exchange for 10% equity in my company. Growing up in the Middle East, my beautiful homeland had everything to offer under the sun, including a sweet and indulgent treat. All you had to do was pick it from a palm tree. Sharks. I'm talking about the date fruit. These sweet, resilient, and wrinkly treats nourished my body and spirit with each and every single bite. And that's how Magic Dates was born. We've taken divine dates and blended them with crunchy walnuts, cacao nibs, coconut, and get this, we covered them in rich 100% dark chocolate. And when it comes to our satiating treats, you can say no to added sugars, no to dairy, no to gluten, and yes to real, whole, flavorful foods. Sharks, I'm on a mission to bring my homeland's ancient secret ingredient to the world. So, will you join me on a magic journey with Magic Dates?
There's some great, bright packaging there. I don't think I had ever really had dates before until we tried the Must Love ice cream because one of them was dates based, and I thought that was pretty good. I actually didn't mind that at all. But yeah, all right. So I love taking something that you know and love, and then putting your own spin on it and putting some great looking, bright packaging on it, like 1.5 million valuation. Hopefully Diana's got some sales here and we can get something going and enable this Magic Date deal to circle the world and get everybody on board with team dates.
In front of you are delicious treats to try for yourselves and nourish your bodies, or as we say back home, صحتين.
Which is the most popular?
So the triple chocolate crunch.
That's the one I went right for first.
The chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
I think we'll have to try this one.
Oh, wow. The Lush Lemon one is fantastic.
Oh, that's one of my
I like
favorites.
the triple chocolate.
Diana, how many calories?
So in our original line that's not covered in chocolate, per serving, that's 2 bites is 100 calories, and the chocolate covered variety is 120 calories.
Is that a lot? That sounds like a lot.
So here's the thing, nutrient density is about a lot more than just calories. These are no added sugar and they're chock full of fiber, which we are a fiber deficient country. And in just one serving of Magic Dates, you're getting 15 to 20% of the daily recommended value of fiber.
How did you get into this business?
I have a bit of a path, but I'll start at the end for you, Mark, because point of inspiration for me was actually one of your entrepreneurs. So several years ago, before I started Magic Dates, I had taken my LSAT, I was on my way to law school, and a friend of mine approached me to help an entrepreneur come up with a vegan recipe for her paleo ice cream sandwich company.
Frankie?
Frankie.
Yeah. And Diana, just real quick so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Frankie came on 2 seasons ago with Coconut Girl, which were these amazing ice cream sandwiches that were healthy for you. And so she's doing great. We just sold part of the company. She's doing so well.
That's incredible. So I met...
That is incredible. I just reviewed that not that long ago. So ding ding to hear that.
Frankie, I went to her kitchen. I told my friend, you have me for a couple of months. I'm applying to law school. I'm going to study international human rights law. And I just fell in love with this. It was like a whole new world had opened up to me. And, going back a little bit further, when I moved on my own to LA when I was 19, food became a connector for me. I learned how to make all my mom's best Arabic food recipes, and I would invite friends over, and that's how I would connect with them. And that's my intention with Magic Dates. And really, dates are the perfect vehicle because, as you may know, they have a history in the Middle East of thousands of years of cultivation. And they came here just 100 years ago. An agricultural explorer brought 11 shoots from Morocco, and they thrived in Coachella Valley because it was so hot and dry. And that's why we have 95% of the crop being grown here in California.
Really?
You learn something on Shark Tank every day. Give us an idea of what's going on.
Ding ding to that. Look, we're all here to learn and grow. If we're not learning, we're not growing, right? So, wow. Okay, so that's awesome that like most of the dates that it sounded like that she's using are being grown right here in the United States, and finding a place for them to thrive is pretty awesome. I also love the fact that there's a past Shark Tank connection there, which is always kind of cool to see. Like it's kind of like seeing your favorite actor or character in another movie, and having like some kind of cameo for that kind of situation. It's pretty neat. So okay, so going from I'm going to be in law school to we're going to sell dates and get them packaged up and go and make this happen. Hopefully we got some sales in the business to to warrant this valuation so far?
The distribution, sales, margins, etc.
Yeah. So it was a completely grassroots effort. I launched at the farmers market, and in 2018, I got into the first 30 doors here in LA.
And what were sales in 2018?
So in 2018, $30,000. And then in 2019, we did $100,000. And then 2020, we did $136,000.
Yeah.
So that was up 30%.
This is all retail at this point?
This is all retail, so that's a great.
There's nothing direct to consumer?
We did very little direct to consumer because I was just not focusing my resources.
And Dana, this year, what are you tracking at?
This year, we're projecting to close at $175,000.
That's interesting. Dana, what do these cost? You never told us what they sell for and what they
Yeah,
cost.
so the cost out of the manufacturer out the door landed is $1.60, and they retail between $4.99 and $5.99.
Oh, your margins are great.
Yeah, we have 42 to 48% margins.
Right.
And we are focusing more on direct to consumer now. And what I'd like to share with you, I think this would be a good time to reveal a bit of a secret.
What are you holding back?
We have been marketing under a different look. Would you like to see it?
Sure.
Hair?
Sorry, these are the old.
No, these are the new.
Okay.
I'm going to
These
show
are
you
the
the old now.
Glengarry bags.
Ah,
Let's see the old.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I realized that with our old branding and packaging and messaging, we weren't quite hitting the values.
So you
that
upgraded your packaging. And is it proven to give you better sell-through?
You're literally the first people to be holding it in your hands.
I actually like this packaging better. You see what it is, it's light. And Magic Dates pops really well.
I agree with Laura. I like the old packaging better for the same reasons.
Okay.
But when you change packaging, it's never an indication that sales are booming, right? It's an indication like, okay, they're not where we want them to be. Let's try to do something.
Yeah.
Right? And so while I think it's a good product, there is just not that one thing that's in the headline that just says, I have to try these. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay.
Oh God, she probably really was honed in on wanting Mark there. Yeah, look, the testing part, right? Like literally yesterday, like the last like week, I've been talking back and forth with a past Shark Tank entrepreneur, working on their website, going back and forth about like what's not working. And it always comes back to like always be testing, right? Like I said, the ABCs, always be closing, or always be going to shopsuperjoe.com and getting your ABCs, which is your apparel, books, and coaching courses. But no, we been going back and forth looking at different aspects of their website and like why things aren't converting and all this, or converting as well as they once were. And, there was some pretty big reasons in my mind that I was able to, identify. And then, that entrepreneur was like, you know what, I in the back of my mind, it was like, yeah, maybe this is the thing. But I didn't want to pull the trigger, and like, bam, all of a sudden I was able to give that validation, and, we were able to get some changes, and hopefully in a week or so, we'll have some real results that show that things are moving in a better direction than they were. So you just never know, right? That's why you always gotta be testing. The old packaging, I like it. It is lighter. It doesn't look as heavy, but I think the thing about colors and the thing about packaging is you have to think of it in terms of what are you competing against? What's your bag? What's your box? What's your whatever sitting next to? Because that's what you're competing against. Trying to stand out from, like, if all of them are white bags because they all want to be light, airy, and whatever, then maybe the heavy bag, the heavier quote unquote bag is what you need to be looking at. Just the thought, right? So you have to like really think about these kinds of things in terms of who are you competing against, who are you trying to reach, right? Go to superjoepardo.com/avatar. Go get the avatar guide over there to build your perfect ideal customer avatar, so you can get a better idea of what colors are going to work, what packaging is going to work, what messaging is going to work better to reach that specific person. So like, just because they liked it, they're not comparing it to anything at the time.
Well, good luck and
I
congratulations.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Dana, you're definitely on trend. But as an investor, I don't see the growth or the early hit. I don't see the catalyst right now. I'm out.
Dates
Yeah,
are really not my
that's
space.
tough.
It's just not something for me at the moment. I'm out.
Thank you, Damon. Appreciate it.
You know,
Yeah, it's tough. Look, it's tough. Before anybody else goes, it is tough because you're at 175,000. You're tracking to end the year. It's not necessarily enough to really get somebody excited when you're asking for a valuation of 1.5 million. Now, with that said, there's room to go up. You know, there's room to play with that. 150,000 isn't a tremendous amount of money, but it's tough. But at least if she was willing to get to like 20%, then maybe all of a sudden you could get yourself a deal.
Diana, you gave up international human rights law. That is something so needed and so important. And in this arena, there's tons of date-like products and treats. I've seen lots of them. If it were me, I would say I think the other career path is something that was really just so important and something you'd be so great at.
Lori Grenier is saying to walk away from your business, to take it out behind the barn?
I honestly am saying go with your passions, do what you want. But I feel, because this is such a crowded space, I'm sorry, I'm out.
Thank you, Lori. I really respect your feedback.
Wow.
Diana, it's very impressive.
Wow. I don't know that she's ever said that. Maybe it's once or something along those lines. But yeah, that is fascinating. She's not. Apparently she's not. Apparently Lori knows, right? Lori knows that there's other. I don't know what other date treats there are out there, but apparently Lori does. And yeah, the sales numbers, look, they're increasing, but they haven't hit that catalyst like they were talking about, that like all of a sudden it's like there's the hockey stick. Like we're ready to go, right? We're ready to get to 1 million in sales, and it might take a few more years, because there's also like the whole education process of like Americans and dates, and yeah, okay, they've been around and people are coming around to them, but coming around to them might be another 5-10 years before it hits like peak date, craze, like the avocado.
Your passion is clear. Obviously, I have a similar background, being half Lebanese, so I'm very familiar with the region. And you're very impressive. I'm sorry, but I'm underwhelmed with the sales. I was actually sitting on the fence trying to figure this one out.
We've been at Whole Foods for almost over a year now, and it moves really well there. I've reshifted focus this year. So instead of going out to get more retail accounts, I wanted to approach the digital marketing and e-commerce space.
I get it, but this is such a tough slog. I love your story on eat dates. I understand the merits of them. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just having a real hard time with it. I'm going to make you an offer commensurate with the risk. $150,000 for 33 1/3. It's like a third of the business.
Yeah.
It's actually not horrible.
That's not a bad offer.
Look,
don't wanna give
these
up
are dates, right? Like you could always get other dates. You can always get another package. You can always make it happen. It's an opportunity. If she owns 100% of the business, giving up a third for dates is not the end of the world.
30 by company. I came in here like, don't give up a 30-year company. Because the thing is, I have to also value what I know I can do. And I know that that's not something you may see yet. I do.
I'm sorry. Look, it has to be, at the end of the day, I got to go to work. It's a brutally competitive space. Dates are a commodity.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's really
It's a
tough.
commodity, but there are new ways to represent them. Nobody has covered dates in 100% dark chocolate.
You have an offer.
Would you do 150,000 for 20%?
No.
Would you meet me at all in the middle?
No.
You're completely firm on 33%.
At 33 1/3.
And a third.
1/3.
Oh, that's really tough. I really cannot give up that much of my company because, again, I
Sure you
believe
can. You
in
can just
what I'm
say
bringing
yes.
to.
You really have to think this through. You don't have a great story on revenue, okay? I'm sorry, I'm telling you the truth.
I agree. I
And
I
so,
can see that.
this is a flyer for me, and I'm willing to help you out, and I'm willing to get behind it. I do not put my name on deals to fail, okay? I don't do that, and I'm not going to be flexible in terms of what I want. I want a 33 1/3%.
You're going to help us blow it up, Mr. Wonderful?
No, I'm going to help you fail after I give you 150,000. Of course I'm going to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Come
Yes.
Yeah, let's friggin' do
You
it.
have it.
on. Yeah.
Good job, Diana. Well done.
Let's go.
Don't make me regret this.
Okay. Can we hug?
Don't make me regret this.
Thank you.
Diana.
I appreciate you.
Great
Let's do
move.
it.
Great move.
Thank you so much all for your feedback and time. I appreciate you. Take care.
Good luck.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful is incredible. I think 70% of something big is better than 100% of something really, really small. And I want to work with Mr. Wonderful. He was my number 2 choice. But he's my number 1 now. Don't show him this.
Of course not. Don't show him at all. Diana, I would love to have you come on the show. It's so weird that you would go from, Kevin being the one to tell people to take it out behind the barn, and Lori's like, yeah, maybe this isn't for you. Go do the other thing that you could be make change more lives in the world. But I like seeing more people in the super community change lives. Like Pamela here, who said, love this. Such a great clip segment for my entrepreneurship. We mean business class. Joe, you are awesome at analyzing the deals. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pamela. I greatly appreciate you watching, being a part of the super community, making a difference in the world. Anyway, we'll go check out Magic Dates' website and social media up here. If not, I'll see you in the video down below. Take care and go be super.